Okay, guys, so kind of a new plan. I talked to Rich last night, and I've talked to all of you individually, and you've all said the same thing. What if someone gets sick on the river? Then we're kind of screwed. We got a 6 day trip, and it's you can't really speed that up a lot. So our backup plan, our plan C, Rich was like, maybe we should just do plan C. Or I was thinking maybe we should just do plan C no matter what. But I was thinking, well, Rich can't hike out with his knee because the hike out at Wiley Creek is pretty. It's a task. But Rich is like, yeah, I can do it. I can do it. So maybe that's just our plan. What we're gonna do. And as you can see, the water flow's low this year. I don't think we can do South Fork. But good news, I all my stuff from our backpack trip into the Tules, I have it. It's in my pictures file. It wasn't in my videos file because I moved my videos file to my external drive. So I have all my pictures and videos from our Tules backpacking trip, and I can make a video on that. I mean, I've been jonesing on making a video. I'm at home and wanting to do something. Maybe we should just plan on doing the Garat's crossing to Wiley Ranch, and that's our plan. And Rich might be able to go. I mean, the thing hasn't hit yet, and I think he was saying he's working like 312. So I mean, he might be able to work a shorter trip. But I mean, I'm still kind of wanting to do 5 days. Should definitely do 4 days, but I'm actually packing right now. So because I have a job right before we're leaving, so I mean I have to be packed and ready to go so we can leave. So we need to really pound down how long we're gonna go. If it's gonna be a 5 day trip or a 4 day trip, because I'm packing. I need to know how much food to bring. Um, but so we got a new planning video, and I found other stuff from the Tules, and you're gonna see them first here tonight. I think I may make a video on it, and um, it would be nice actually if we could all put our videos and pictures together. That's what always makes it great. But I do have the stuff from the Tules, and I'm gonna play a couple videos right now for you, just to get you back into remember how cool it was there. This is truly a magical place. We arrived here last night, and there's almost zero sign of humans ever being here. Animals. There's so many different type of animals here, and they're unknown to. They don't know humans. They don't know what to make of us. The birds are flying at us, and the hawks, and the beavers are slapping their tails in the water, warning us, and it's just like a place untouched by man. It's beautiful. Tons of wildlife. At the Tules. So yeah, I made this video. It's April 10th now, so I think I made it April 4th, so it's 6 days ago. But this was my planning video. I'm so excited. I have something to do. Hopefully these aren't too boring for you, but it helps. So it's telling me 4 hours, 10 minutes, and that's actually adding the drop off at Wiley Ranch and going to Garat's Crossing. And that seems about right. It's 45 minutes. I watched my videos. It's 45 minutes from here to here. So I guess the first thing we need to do, which I already did. I did it last night. I've got time on my hands right now. Watch our original videos that I made. They're older. I wasn't quite as good back then. But it's the East Fork Hawaii River Trip Part 1. Then a little farther, Part 2. Part 3. I'll send you email with links. If you're bored, 2 guys, 1 raft, and a bad idea is a good one I'd recommend. Probable Bigfoot audio, fall of 2016. Hey, come on, that's some good stuff from yours truly. My older videos aren't as good, I can tell. And watching that video, it's like, you could tell we were rookies doing it, watching it. We've learned a lot. And I do have another channel. You can check it out. It's a X-Ped chair conversion with thermarest review. You should go watch that. It's might have a couple of you guys in it, but that's pretty good. I'll even send a link to that. It's my other channel. You can do it. Back to the planning. Waihi River near Rome. We're at 920 CFS today. It's April 4th. We're 51% below average. It's not looking good for South Fork. It's not been a good year for water flow. I think no matter what, we probably wouldn't be doing South Fork. So I looked at my old pictures on my phone. I still have some pictures on my phone, even from 2016. It was April 15th, 2016 when we did this trip originally. And we can just say the stream flow was 1220 today during that year. And it is 920 now. So, 300 CFS less. Around April 14th, April 15th, there was a little spike in 2016. This is historical data on the day we went. So I'm just kind of comparing water flow. We had a little spike, it looks like. If you see the blue line, it was up to 1570 CFS. So we had pretty good water flow. I mean, good water flow. 1570 is good when we went. So there was a dip. Even if you look at 2016 data, there was a dip. April 24th. 26th, which is kind of when we're thinking about going, but there actually was another peak after that. But this year, I think it's going to be less. So I'm anticipating that the water flows will be less than the trip we took a long time ago. Well, 2016. Which every time is going to be a little different. So just looking at this overview graph of water flows, you can see right at May, right around May 1st, there's a spike. In some years, there's a spike. Not all years. I mean, we can't predict everything, but, there's a spike. 2002, a little spike in May. No spike. Spike. A little bit of a spike. But yeah, so sometimes there's a spike in May, and it looks like sometimes there's a spike in June. You can see that just looking at the graph. It's hard to predict, but maybe we'll have a spike right there. It probably coincides with snow runoff. Okay, just kind of a refresher for everyone. This is the Wiley cherry stem, and it goes here, and this will be our takeout. This is at Wiley Ranch. We've all camped there, and then our put-ins over here at Garat's Crossing, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. So it's like 11 and a half miles. This is the entire trip. It's a pretty short trip. It's got all these curves and things going on, which makes it really beautiful. Those curves also mean it's pretty slow water. Curvy means slow, straight means fast. So we can think day 1, 5, 6 hours on the river. We float 1, 2, 3, 3.5 miles, isn't very far, to the Tules. And this is really an awesome area. This is an incredible area. Spend a day there just exploring. So we'll spend 2 nights at the Tules, and then from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure where. I mean, we can just camp where we want. We could camp around here and explore Battle Creek for a day. We could spend 2 nights camping here and spend a day just hiking Battle Creek. But that only gives us like a 1.5 miles at the end of the day, last day, which, it's just enough to piss you off. You just get going excited, then you're done. We could stop sooner, but that's just if I remember correctly, this was pretty overgrown. It wasn't we couldn't even really see up it. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about as far as our planning. How many days you want to do? That's what it comes down to. We do have time, so might as well enjoy it. Okay, well, let's switch to Google Earth. I'm not even going to Google Earth Pro. I'm just going to do the online map thing. But this is our put-in. I remember it clearly. If you remember, Mitch, we did come here and camp. Camped around here, and you hiked out and got the truck and brought it closer. And that was awesome. But, yeah, we got some good floating going on. I'm not sure where we camped first night. Did we camp? Can't remember. Did we just camp somewhere, not too far? And the second day we went past the Tules. I think that might have been it. That's why I'm confused. I think we might have just camped in here or something. Anyway, day 1, the Tules. Right here. This is incredible. See that, Mitch? That is awesome. It's awesome. Hike around here. You can hike up here. You can hike all over. It's really cool area. No brainer. We should stop here and spend a day exploring. So what are we gonna do next? That's the question, and I don't know. It's kind of my answer, but Yahoo Creek, which I remember was nothing. Which looks like nothing on this, but it doesn't have some exploration possibilities. Nothing super fantastic. This is actually where we camped. Right here is where we camped. In here, if you remember, and this is the one rock, and I think you hiked up here, Shane, and took some pictures, and anyway, we camped there. This is where we camped when we all with Dylan and hiked in, and this is the meadow right here. It's Bigfoot Meadow is what I like to call it. Come come up here. This is Battle Creek coming in, and I mean, it looks like, you know, it might be kind of cool to hike up it and check it out. You know, so if we spend a day, you know, if we camped in here somewhere, which is, there's going to be tons of spots to camp in here. Should be able to find a good place to camp. We could camp here 2 days and then, you know, spend 1 day just exploring this canyon. It does look like a pretty cool canyon. I mean, it goes forever, but after that, it'd be like, you know, we get in our boats and it's like, and you remember it was beautiful through here, and then okay, we're hiking out, which I guess it's over here. But I mean, I guess that's not a issue. That might be something cool to check out. I know we've done it before, and I'm probably overdoing it by planning it, but forewarned is prepared, and it's a great trip. We know it is. We've been on it. Okay, well, it's impossible for me to make a video less than 15 minutes, and I've done that. So I want to add a couple last thoughts. I want to remind everybody, you know, everything, just to kind of get a refresher. I've kind of remembered everything, you know, by going through this. So this is Wiley Ranch. This is where Mitch, you know, we camped there one night, and that's where we saw the Waihee bats, and that's where you had that trash bag, and it rained that night, and you slept under a trash bag. That's that. That's our takeout. And if you remember, so I'm thinking maybe on our last floating trip, the first night, I'm thinking maybe we camped in here somewhere. So I'm thinking maybe we camped in here. So maybe, you know, like we camped probably right there, and we had that bighorn sheep come down, and if you remember that. So I think that's where we camped. And then the next day we floated, and we floated by this private place where they had that little rock house that was pretty much destroyed, which would be in here. And then we floated past the Tules. We floated past the Tules, and then we were going to camp here, and we pulled over here, which is the same spot right here. We pulled over here to try to find a place to camp, and we scouted the whole area out, and it wasn't a good place to camp. I remember just to kind of remember where it was at, when we were going in to put in, there were like beaver chewed small trees, and that there was like spears pointing toward your boat. Is what I remember that. And then we got out and kind of scouted around, and we didn't like a spot. So we went a little bit farther, and it was getting late in the day. And we scouted this spot, this side too. I remember scouting this, and we got out. And then we ended up finding a spot right here. It was right here where we camped and saw the Half Dome. The Half Dome's right here. So then the next day, we went, and let's go back here. Next day we went from here, and I remember we stopped and took lunch here. And Shane wanted to stay here for some reason. I think he saw a picture that he remembered. Gosh, where did we even camp another night? But yeah, it's hard to remember. But, and that's here, and we didn't ever camp there. No, it's not there. Sorry. It's right here. We ate lunch there anyway, and then we floated. So maybe it was only like a 2-night trip we did. Might have been a shorty. So I don't know if I remember camping another night, but that just as a reminder. But anyway, I guess what I'm saying is the plan is completely up in the air. You guys think about it right now, what you want to do. I think we definitely stay at the Toolies. I mean, if we wanted to, we could put in at Garat, and we camp kind of the same place we did, because that was an awesome, beautiful place. And then we could come down and camp at the Toolies, and it would be a short float, so we'd get there early and have plenty of time to explore. And then the next day we could come and camp here. We're just going short river spots. That's just a suggestion. I mean, I'm just throwing stuff out. I mean, whatever you guys think, looking here. But it 2 nights here does sound kind of nice, because we don't have to pack up our stuff. But I'm sorry. I'm gonna end the video now, and thanks for watching, and thanks for putting up with my craziness. Anyway, later.